y'all, this is a video for the ones that who wants to know about the pets. Okay, for one, y'all need to pay attention to y'all pets. Pets are a symbolization from the spiritual realm. Okay, some of y'all have dogs, some of y'all have cats. I know cats are pretty much ancestral animals, birds, anything like that. Okay, with the dog, let me explain something to y'all. Dogs are very sensitive to energies in your home. If your dog is doing a certain thing, say for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Some of y'all dogs say that they be whining. Some of them want attention. If you're having a conversation with someone or about someone, you can tell what that person is going through. If your dog was not whining before you had that conversation, it's time for you to pay attention. Like seriously, that dog could be telling you about that specific person that you're talking to or about. You could be talking about your DM to somebody, and all of a sudden your dog start whimpering, or your dog start growling at you. And if your dog growl at you, and you talking to a certain person, your dog see the energy that's trapped in them. They are no good. You gotta immediately stop talking to that person because your dog is letting you know that that person is the devil. Okay, they demonic or whatever they got going on. If your dog does not take to this person, you better start looking deeper than what you see. If your dog walk up to your masculine or the person you dealing with, you don't have to be dealing with your masculine. You could be dealing with anybody. If that dog walk up to that person and smell them, they could have pets also, or this dog could literally sense. Your dog is examining the energy around them and around you. Remind you that your dogs are very protective. Sometimes dogs whine because they want attention, because they want to be baby. But like I said, this got to do with animals taking the energy that you cannot see or feel or just even imagine that's around you. So y'all need to take a look why y'all dog doing a certain thing. If your dog is staring into space, like staring at something, there is something there you cannot see. If you feel it, if you have an intuitive gift, you know that something's there. Dogs are a great symbolization of showing you what the hell is going on. Y'all better pay attention because dogs don't just act out because nothing. Some dogs do and some dogs don't. Dogs are like human. Pay attention. Why do you think a dog is a man's best friend? A dog is a man's best friend because he understands him. He may not talk, but he damn sure show traits just like him. Another thing, cats. Oh my God. We're going to talk about cats. The cats are mainly spiritual animals. Those cats can use as divinations. I'm going to tell you this again. Cats can be used as divinations. Cats are underworld animals. They live 9 lives, as they say. But cats see beyond this world into the spiritual realm. Some people get cats because they use their cats as a gift to tell them insights of what's going on around them or what people's life. If that cat is walking around your home and that cat hisses at something, it's because something is in the plain view of this cat. That cat may can see a spirit and they will start meowing or they'll start scratching at something if they take you to the spot where it is. Now, some cats like to hide. If you're same thing with a dog, if y'all having conversations and this cat decides to go hide, something ain't right. Information is being hidden. This cat is trying to tell you to stop telling your business. If that cat is constantly hitting you with their paw, they trying to get you to get the attention from you to tell you something without even speaking. Animals are speaking to you without talking. They can't talk. They is talking through their movement, through their gestures. That's how they talk. Why you think men don't like women who talk too much? And he want her to pay attention. He don't like a woman. That's another thing, y'all. That's a whole nother video about men don't like women who talk too damn much. But anyway, if this particular cat or dog is in a possession of you, and you and your person could have had a dog or a cat or whatever y'all got together, and this animal is reacting, pay attention to your animal, because 9 out of 10, your animal is right. If that cat allows somebody to walk into the home and that cat walk in, that person walks in your home and that cat goes up to that person or be at a distance, the cat's like, okay, give me 50 feet. Give my mommy or my dad 50 feet. Because cats are children. They could be children. They could be your ancestors. They could be anybody. Somebody that you lost. They could be in the form of an animal. See, that's a whole nother video too. That's required for me to do a live when I have the time. That is something to think about. That the animals, y'all, they don't want me to tell y'all this because it feel like my damn throat closing. But I'm going to tell y'all anyway because this is very important to some of y'all that have been asking me on my channel about animals. Animals, if you're, say for instance, if you got tarot cards or anything, and that cat or that dog comes in the middle of while you pulling energy, something about that energy that the dog can feel or the cat can feel. You got to see what it is that the cat is doing. What particular card or cards that you pull. You could have pulled 3-4 cards and the animal just go to reacting to what you're saying or what this person is saying. Some people have pets as the registered pets because they deal with depression. That's another good thing. Some of y'all could get dogs registered, but you got to make sure your dog is healthy. You know, make sure a lot of people get pets because they suffer with severe anxiety, severe depression disorder, or other disorders that causes them needing the comfort of others. Cats or dogs are a good comfort zone to people. The cats can feel your emotions or the dog. It doesn't matter. These animals feel your emotions just like a cat or a dog takes to a person, to a child. For an example, they take to a child. A child could be doing something in that cat or that dog, mainly dogs. The dog would go and spot this child doing something before you, and for you know it, the dog reacts as if that child is his or her child. If that dog was brought up around this baby, it is supposed to protect the child. Say for instance, if a woman, I said this in the last video, if a woman is pregnant, animals can tell if you have something in your belly. They will smell your stomach and they can tell that a baby is inside of you. Some dogs want to be held, or the cat, like, okay, prime example. I'm going to use this as an example. Many years ago, when I was pregnant with my baby, I was out of town and my aunt, she had these 2 cats, but you know, sometimes you don't know if you're allergic to cats. This cat, when I was laying on the day bed, I was laying on the bed, and she had this big giant windowsill where you could look out at a bay view with the big backyard and everything. So she had one of those type of views. In a woman cave and a man cave, yeah, all of that. So we there just vacationing. So I sit inside of the windowsill and move. And then I said, okay, let me move for the window view. I sat in the window view. I was wondering why the cat kept following me and following me and follow. I'm like, what the hell is going on? The cat waited till I sat down. I'm watching movies, doing whatever I do. And the cat, she stuck her claws inside of my shirt. She would not let go. She sat on top of my stomach and would not move. I was like, what the hell? This is the time I didn't know. My aunt says to me, she says, the cat don't even know you. She just sitting on your stomach. And when I tried to move her off of me, she went to hiss at me like if she was protecting something. And I'm like, what the hell? I didn't know. My aunt was like, if I didn't know any better, you pregnant? And I'm like, what? What the hell are you talking about? And she said, well, if you didn't know, she said the cat stuck her claws inside of your shirt and she does not want to move from you. She felt like she had to protect what's inside of you. I'm like, whoa. That's when I started learning about animals, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know that. And then it happened to me again, you guys, when I was with my grandmother. She had this cat. And I couldn't do anything in the house without this cat following me. She followed me to the bathroom and literally I had to use the restroom. She stood up. I don't know. She just came where I was and she just literally jumped in my lap and jumped towards me. She stuck her claws inside of my shirt and holding on to dear life like she was holding on to me. Like she did not want to let me go. And she laid in my lap. And I'm like, dang, can I use the restroom in peace? And I'm like, why does these cats keep doing this? That's a symbolization that'll teach you. Like I said in the last video, that these animals from the ancestor, from the higher being, same thing happened to me. My mom tried to shoe fly a cat. The cat literally ran into the house up under my table. It was a baby kitten. And I never forget it was a particular night. And my sister-in-law was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, girl, could you get this damn cat out of here? I'm not touching no cat. And she was like, okay, I'm going to get it. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't even like cats. I was like freaking out, y'all. And she was like, oh, it's okay. I could get it for you. And my mom was like, what the hell is going on? Why is this cat running in my house? Why did the baby kitten hid in the house? The cat hid up under the table. My dog was running around like, what the hell is going on? Why is y'all running in one direction? What is y'all doing? See, cats and dogs are pretty much a symbolization of what's going on in the spiritual realm or what's going on around you. And it was just weird. So many synchronicities. I was ignoring them. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. And then later on to find that out, I was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. So some of y'all could be having these synchronicities. Y'all need to pay attention. Seriously, pay attention to y'all animals. God didn't give y'all, for people who like animals, for people who have animals. God is literally telling y'all to pay attention to them because he uses them as a spiritual realm, you know? And it's a beautiful thing to have an animal, you know, and being able to interpretate what's going on. No offense, you guys, but I love it because that's something that taught me about animals. Things that were happening to me back in way long time ago. And I'm like, oh, wow. So now I'm more of heed to what's going on. Some of y'all just need to pay attention. Some people, like I said, use cats as a definition to take back to the underworld to tell them what's going on in your life. So pretty much be careful because you don't never know what a person could do. These people, these high priestesses use cats as a divination. They will literally get birds too. Birds too. They use birds too to get an interpretation of what is going on in your life because some people are very intuitive like that. So to use the cat, you gotta have a strong powers to do that. Very strong powers. Some people want that power. Let me tell you something. You do not want that power. Trust me, you don't want that power. Because that's nothing to play with. That power could be so strong. Some of y'all need to watch Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow will tell y'all a lot about forces, demonic forces, and all this other stuff around animals and people. Y'all let me know what y'all know in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer your question.